series, we're going to work on just a technical based change of direction in the linear fashion. Okay, so I'll probably call this like a ladder crossover emphasis, something like that. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that I jog forward, I sprint forward, I crossover back, or I shuffle back, okay, based off of what the name of it is in the program right there. So what will happen is every single cone I will change direction. Okay, I have these cones really close together just for the video purposes. Typically I have them about 30 yards out, 5 yards in between each one, but just for today I want to get a lot of repetitions right here in this 5-yard line just to show you what the drill looks like. So like I said, jog forward, crossover back. Okay, so it's really important right here. The very first cue I want to work on is shifting my hips. Okay, so when I shift my hips, and if you think back to our crossover progression, I want to have my hips and my trunk face the exact same side. Okay, same way. I don't want to have my body turn, I don't want to have my trunk and my hips turn behind me, as now I'm just committing and it just turns into a jog and I can't change direction. Okay, right here we're working on weight placement, positioning, all the proper mechanics, how to be quicker in and out of our cuts. Okay, so the very first thing is make sure that our hips are turned to the proper way when I stop. The second thing is I always want my pressure, for this drill specifically, I want my weight on my inside leg. Now in sports there's times where, you know what, sometimes you're just going to cut on the outside portion of your leg. We can't do everything possible to make sure every cut looks the exact same, but what we can do is we can play the law of averages. Okay, if we make as many cuts as possible the proper way, at that point we'll increase our average speed, we'll decrease our average ability to get hurt in a cut. So in this drill, weight on the inside leg. So what I mean by that is I'll jog out to the first cone, boom. Now as you see right here, if you remember back to our change of direction series, you see my legs are parallel. Right here I got my shift, and now all my weight's on my inside leg as I get ready to cross over back. So right here, shift my weight, cross over to the cone behind me, jog 2 cones in front of me, shift, crossover, run, jog 2 cones in front of me, shift, crossover, run, jog 2 cones in front of me. Okay, so that's our ladder drill right there. Remember, 2 main key points is I want to make sure that my chest and my hips are faced to the side of me. I'm not fully committing to a sprint, and then I want to make sure my weight's on my inside leg. This is a drill where it's a lot of repetition. It's better to have them be, in my opinion, it's better to have them be in a technique based at first. Let them hit the positions properly, and then once they actually get a little bit better at it, that's when you can ramp up and the intensity and make it a little bit tougher for conditioning purposes. Okay, so that's a cone ladder progression with an emphasis on our crossover or our shuffle.